Hey guys, it's JP, and today we are going to go over the benefits of performing the side plank as well as some great variations for you to try. This will be useful whether you are a beginner or an experienced runner. Now, the side plank is an effective exercise for runners that requires basically no equipment. Many people think of this exercise for simply strengthening the core, however, it does much more than that. This exercise not only challenges the muscles around the trunk, but also the muscles in the lateral hip, especially the gluteus medius. Out of the gluteal muscles, the glute max tends to get the most attention. However, the gluteus medius is definitely a muscle you should know about. This muscle attaches to the top of the pelvis, otherwise known as the ilium. This then connects to the top of the thigh bone, more specifically, the greater trochanter of the femur. In doing so, when this muscle contracts without placing weight on the foot on the ground, it acts to perform hip abduction, which brings the leg away from the body, as well as perform external rotation, which turns the leg outward. Now, how does this apply to running? During running, this muscle is highly active during the early stance phase of running. This muscle acts to stabilize the pelvis as you run. This prevents the pelvis from dropping on the other side. By improving stability in this area, this will optimize force generated and transferred through the legs. What you should also know is that the force generated from this muscle to do this could be around 3 times your body weight. Based on some research, the gluteus medius actually produces the highest peak force out of the hip muscles during running. This emphasizes the importance of strengthening this muscle to prepare for the demands of running and improve your times as well. Now, here are some great progressions of the side plank to challenge the trunk and hip muscles. These exercises are sorted from the least to the most challenging. A great goal is to be able to maintain the side plank variation for 30 seconds wobble free before moving on to the next progression. Again, I collaborated with District Track Club to film their amazing professional runners performing these exercises. The first exercise is known as the semi-side plank. This is a great variation to start with as it is the easiest to perform. To do this one, start with the knees bent at 90 degrees. Then, keep your elbows stacked under the shoulder. As you initiate this, drive your knee into the ground. This will engage the lateral hip muscles like the gluteus medius. Make sure to keep your hips forward and in alignment. Try to maintain this wobble free. If you can do this easily, then you can go to the next progression. The next progression is a staggered side plank. This is more challenging than the previous exercise, but easier than the standard side plank. To do this, basically start in a side plank position, but keep the top foot slightly in front of the other foot. Again, remember to keep the elbow under the shoulder. This time, drive the foot of the lower leg into the ground to engage the gluteus medius. Try not to use that front leg too much, as that is really only there for support. Maintain this position for at least 30 seconds for 3 times during the training session. Now, if you master this, you can move up to the next one. This one is the side plank itself. You guys probably already know this one, but I'll quickly go through the cues that I use. When performing this, initiate movement from pushing from the bottom foot. Make sure to keep the body in a straight line and maintain alignment. Remember to keep the elbow stacked under the shoulder. If this is too challenging for the shoulder, you can put the elbow on a more elevated surface. This will put less stress on the shoulders, but will challenge the legs more. Again, if you feel like you mastered this, you can go to the final progression of the side plank in this video. This is the toughest variation here and is known as the side plank with straight leg raises. You will be doing a side plank just as I explained in the last progression. Once you are in a stable and steady position, you will lift the top leg. As you do this, make sure to keep that leg in line with the bottom leg. Also, make sure to keep the toes facing forward and don't let it roll backwards. Then, keep performing these straight leg raises. The goal is to perform this one for at least 30 seconds. This is definitely a tough one. However, if you want to further challenge yourself, you can add ankle weights to the top leg or place an elastic training band around the ankles. And those are some great side plank variations you can try. Let me know what you guys think about them. Anyway, as always, thank you for watching.